Now, there are an infinite number of things we could do from this point, but I just want to do two things. I want to take this into Camera Raw and make some adjustments and then add a dodge and burn layer. So let's do that really quickly. And if I had taught you all those shortcuts, we could just go like this and get to Camera Raw, but you haven't learned all those, so I have to hit escape and undo a few times. So I'm going to come up to the uppermost layer, and that's that Mockup World logo. We can turn it off, but it's actually been cropped off. Thank you, Mockup World. Sorry for not using your logo in this. But I'm going to make a new layer. And again, I've taught you how to do this. Shift, Option, Command, N. We'll just drop that new layer in. Then an everything layer, merge everything that's visible. Shift, Option, Command, E. And I haven't shown you how to make that custom shortcut for the to create a smart object. So we're just going to right click out here and come up to Convert to Smart Object. Now it's a smart object and we can go, and I haven't taught you this shortcut either. We can go to Camera Raw Filter, under Filter, Camera Raw, and that shortcut you saw is a custom one that I set. I want to go into Basic, and first thing I want to desaturate this thing. Lower the vibrance some. And now notice our sign, which looks so funky before in that full color image, starts looking more normal. And the desaturation wasn't just for that sign. It's because I wanted to change the look of this picture and not make it so colorful. I'm going to pump dehaze up because I want to pull out more contrast. The clarity is going to add some detail. You don't want to go too far. And then again, we can do a lot of different things here. And I would take more time on my own. But for right now, I'm going to come down to Effects. I want to add grain because I want to make this kind of gritty, and I want to make it look, like what happened to this picture. Yeah, because that's the feel I want from this. Okay, so got that, just some basic settings, and we can always come back and change this stuff. That's the beauty of working with smart objects. And you see, this is our changes. Pretty dramatically different, and now it starts looking like it all belongs together. Now, once again, I'm going to create a new layer, and this time Shift-Delete. In order to bring up that Fill dialog box, I'm going to fill with 50% gray again. Remember, it's in the pull-down menu. And then change this blend mode to Overlay. And just like we did to the sign, I'm going to hit B to get the brush tool, and then hold down Control and Option to make the size of my brush how I want, and the softness as soft as it gets. Make sure this opacity's pretty low. I'm going to go somewhere around 20%. And I'm just going to paint around the outside. But I'm not just going to do a vignette here. I'm actually letting go of the mouse, and then I'm going to come in and darken up areas and actually shoot through some of these and give this a little more detail. Make this not so uniform as a regular vignette. This is before and after. You see, we're bringing more visual interest into this. And then we're here. We can do all kinds of stuff, save our work. When we save for the web, to put this on, remember this is 2560. On your journal, put a 1920 so it's not as big. So when we save for the web, resizing things here is not the best way to do it. Later in the year, we're going to talk more about this. But notice, one point, this file size is too big. We want this under a meg. So I'm going to change this to 1920 and hit Tab. So that pulls it in. Then we can come down here and see 709. Well, look, I am underneath JPEG high. I'm actually lower quality. And if I come up to JPEG high, we're at 780 or so. So that's a good size for our image that we can now put on our journal. And then this image, the full size one, I'm going to hit cancel because I've already saved this out. This image, this size, is one we can use for our desktop. So you can save this out full size, and you don't have to worry about the size of this here. Don't change the size, and then you can reset your desktop with your own version of this. make Scotch go stop talking, whatever you want, and school appropriate, of course. But have some fun with mock-ups, not necessarily this one. Mock-ups are a great way to showcase your designs, not only send a message, but to make your logos, your graphics, wrap them around a bottle or can, put them on a package, emboss them, make them a sign on a wall, on a glass. There are so many free mock-ups out there that you can use. It's just a world of opportunity. And I love this this type of resource. This was quickly done, poorly explained, and let's work with these. Let's learn together and build our skill sets.